people? I'm in uh, my new location. Okay, it's unexposed, disposed, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'm talking about fake people today on Moral High Ground. That's where we are. This is Moral High Ground, and I'm going to talk about what's morally right in any way possible. And so today, I'm talking about fake people, like I said. And I just want it to be known that if we're going to change things one step at a time in this toilet earth, we have to get to the point where we understand that the biggest problem is, besides trusting people or besides putting faith in people, is dealing with people who are fake in your face, trying to use you, take advantage of you, trying to laugh and smile in your face like everything's okay while they talk about you behind your back like a dog. And this is the biggest issue humanity has. And this is the truth. You got to think about it. What starts conflict? Someone has a problem with you, go tell somebody else that likes you some nonsense to make them hate you. Okay? This stuff is ridiculous. It's old and needs to be abolished. You got people who's running around trying to make you look like a fool when you're trying to, enjoy yourself, be sociable, be a friend to someone or helpful to somebody. And you don't need that type of person in your life. The problem with it is it gets to a certain issue when too many people believe the bullshit. Seriously, too many people running around talking about something that ain't true or creating more issues for you and problems for you. The thing about it is this: these people are miserable. Seriously miserable, hateful bastards. I could have named this thing hateful people, which I thought about naming haters or something like that. But they're just fake. And haters are fake, man. So let's just be real about it. The haters are fake because they can't have their own reality. They hate you because they want to be you. It's the main truth. They want to enjoy your life the way you can. There's this guy that was sitting around and I was trying to be friendly and I'll give anybody a chance. Unlike most people, I'll give anybody a chance. I'll be friendly, walk up like, hey, how you doing? I'm friendly like that when I'm in a nice mood. And I go talk to the people and you're like, hey, what's going on? You're a good guy. How you doing? And whatnot. And the thing about it is, uh, when people show me their ass, and when I'm not talking about literally physical ass, I'm saying when they show me that they're a piece of shit or a worthless individual, I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to be your friend. I might give you a second chance to try to prove that you're a good guy or a good lady, whatever. But I'm just gonna leave you alone. The thing I don't like is the type of people who, you're sitting there and you're talking, they think you don't see them whispering to people about you behind your back or in front of you. Because some are bolder like that. They think you're that damn stupid that you don't see them whispering about you. Or the ones that sit there and go, oh, um, they said this about you, but why did they say that? What were you talking about to make them say that about me? What's the big deal? You have to understand that when you're making moves out there and you're trying to live your life, okay, and it's not to what people want, they're gonna try to judge you and talk about you. Honestly, you can sit there and be like, hey, oh, I'm gonna go try to get this career, this job by going to college for it or whatever. And the other person might not be smart at all. They might say, oh, that's stupid. I ain't gonna do that. Oh, you're lying. Yeah, right. And you get that all day long because they don't want you to be better than them. They want you to be lesser than they automatically think you're stupid to begin with. If you come out in a joking matter, playful matter, you're only doing that because you're trying to be lighthearted and a good individual. That's the thing with being a person of God too, because if you're a person of God and you're sitting there trying to be a good person hey, how you doing? You talk and you don't really, get into the nonsense, and you're trying to be joyful with people. They don't like that because they're miserable. So they're gonna talk about you, come at you negative, and with all kinds of disrespect and nonsense. And this happens, man. It happens with the most nicest of people. You got to think about how many people. I mean, because they always talk about, and this is a thing I thought about. They always talk about people who had a good life, and when I'm talking about this, I'm saying like those crime shows and stuff, like Dateline and things like that. When they talk about a murder that happens or some kind of violent act, they always talk about an individual who was good, who got straight A's, and people loved them, and then something shocking happens to that individual. Now, when I say this, it's not the fact that something shocking happens because they went around just killing people. Sometimes you get that, like the Jeffrey Dahmer types, or whatever the serial killer was. You'll get those types that are just like, oh, uh, that person, he was such a nice person. I can't believe they did that to that person. The people that get murdered. And it's mostly sometimes women on these shows like that because it'll be like a woman that had kids, worked. Some of them I noticed a lot of shows like Dateline, Nightline, all that stuff. Then you know what I mean, 24, whatever the hell it's called. But they sit there and they always talk about a woman who's got a good life, trying to work, have children, but she liked men, couldn't keep a good one, found one she thought she liked, and a dude ultimately killed her. I have to think, in a woman's sense of the world, they get preyed on because of the fact that they're attractive, and if they're doing good in their lives and not giving this guy attention that they find him to be suitable, then the guy goes crazy. So that's an automatic hater. And he's the biggest of haters because he goes overboard and kills. You know what I'm saying? But what leads to that? What leads to that in my mind is an obsession of trying to obtain something they want. They want that individual. They like the way that person acts and stuff, but don't know how to respond to them in a certain way. So they lash out and attack and kill that individual. You know, and in some cases, and this is where that gets fuzzy because it can go off to another dimension, a place where maybe the girl was doing things to provoke this individual. Because women do that, and it might have been a thing where they provoked them and made them feel stupid, belittled them, and then they wanted to kill her. So I can go on and on with so many scenarios it is. But either way, somebody's a hater in this scenario. But the reason why I bring it up is relationships have the ultimate haters. When you're in a toxic relationship or hateful relationship, you have the ultimate haters running around hating each other and spreading that hate to others that know them. It's the most wickedest thing. But when it comes to people, when it comes to just the same sex people, like girls can hang out with other girls, and there'll be a girl who doesn't like this other girl because she gets more attention than the guys, or and then she talks shit to the other girl because the other girls, she feels she's lesser than her and she's more valuable, but yet she doesn't do anything of value. And this is where people's priorities is messed up. If you're worried about what somebody else got, what somebody else is doing, and how they're doing it, you got too much time on your hands. You don't got no hobbies. You ain't got nothing of value in your life, so you can't trip on someone else who's trying to put some in theirs. And it's the individuals that don't realize a good thing when they got it, or when you're talking to a good person and you try to break them down. Ultimately, people try to make you what they want you to be. If you come at them and they see you like, oh, that guy's violent, but yet you're not, they're gonna try to make you violent in one way or form, one shape or form. And I believe women that have been abused and stuff, or like abusive situations, because there are women that do. They look for that guy that they know that will probably snap on them and abuse them. And so it becomes a pattern in their life, and they continue to go for that same pattern of abuse. You know, I believe there needs to be therapy for that type of individual, that type of woman, instead of letting them get all the protections and things. They need to get therapy to make them realize how to get value. I think people talk about, being valuable and, putting value in their lives, but there should be a lesson on how people can make themselves valuable and how they can achieve knowledge of being or becoming valuable and putting valuable things in their lives, putting careers, putting things that matter that can help them move steadily forward in life. And you can't do any of this with a hater, someone holding you back. You can't do this. Or they want to take your knowledge and use it for themselves, but yet try to act like you stupid and play you dumb in front of somebody. Y'all know what I'm talking about. A person like this should be turned against immediately. Immediately. It's like you're hanging with somebody of a different race. I don't care what race you are. You know, you can be Mexican, you can be black, you can be Chinese, Japanese, I don't care. Okay. But once you're hanging around somebody and they automatically start throwing out racial stuff, trying to make fun of your race in front of you or somebody, that person's a hater, yo. That person hates you. And if they can do that in front of you or whisper a little utter word to somebody about you, then that means that person doesn't like you, they're jealous of you, or whatever the hell it is. So it's like you gotta cut them off immediately. You need to walk out the room as soon as they start saying something foul. I don't care if you are another race and you don't like what that other person's saying about the race that he's talking about. Instead of if you don't like it and it makes you uncomfortable, why sit there and entertain it? You need to leave the room. You need to leave the area, leave the whatever barbecue, whatever the hell it is. Because if he's not the only one, there might be another one there. And they probably invited you there to see how you would respond, or see that other person sell out, and then be able to say, "Oh my God, you don't even respect his own being," or she doesn't. So it's like, what is the point of trying to what's the point of trying to work with people who really don't want to work with you? And the job place is the most ultimate fake zone. Jobs are the ultimate fake. Okay, people everywhere is faking their job. You got people who, from the boss on down, that's fake. The ones that I think are truly fake are the ones that want power so bad. They want to be the manager. They want to be the boss. They want to be the big dog. And they sitting there and they're trying to tell you how to live your life. You're valuable to the company, don't you? You mean something, don't you? But the whole time they're worried about how they can make profit. They see you're a good worker, but don't give you the credit for it. But they give the other guy the credit for you, for them or whatever. Give him the credit because he's an ass kisser. You're just doing your job the best way. The other guy's an ass kisser. And the other one's been there so long that they ain't got more power over you. You know, and this is plain and simple. Jobs are fake. You know, I believe the problem, and this ain't just what I'm about to say isn't just a problem that's, um, like I said, it's a company or organization problem. It's an American problem. Okay, and it's been because corporations took over our country, and America is a corporation. A big profit will. The only problem is everything is outsourced now. Jobs, all the good jobs go to other countries. And it ain't even good jobs because, like the phone answering things, most of them give them go to people in India and things like that. And there's nothing wrong with giving jobs to people, but the American people are the ones suffering right now and have been for a long time. The only problem is most American people are delusional because they think, oh, I'm either a Democrat or a Republican. I'm all about the Democrats. I'm all about the Republicans. And neither one of those parties give a damn about you. The only thing they care about is getting your votes. If you was to walk up to these individuals on your own, just you and that person, then there's a problem. And CIA's on your ass, the fucking Secret Service, all that. You can't just walk up to a politician. You can't just walk up to a politician and be like, "Hey, I like you and what you stand for," or "I want to know what you meant when you said this on the news." You can't do that. And because you can't do that, it tells you right then and there that they are separate from us. They are separate in a way where they have more power, more ability to do whatever they want. Like a rich person. A rich person shouldn't be idolized. I don't give a damn. Who the hell is Elon Musk? I don't know him. I only know him because they showed him all over the fucking TV. But do I know him personally? No. Can I walk up to him just like the government? No. You can't. You know, some rich folks are cool like that. You can socialize with them, and talk about whatever, and they'll listen and go, it's still your idea, of course, but you're so far out of touch too because let's just put it this way: those that obsess about a rich person is doomed to be in a lower state of life when it comes to success because they don't realize that the rich person can pick and buy whatever they want while you're still picking up table straps trying to figure out how do I get rich and wealthy and famous when it's even more miserable when you have money. I know I've been there. You have money, and then this is the where the fake comes, the ultimate fake people come. When you got money, and a lot of y'all, you don't have to believe me because I really don't care. I've been there, done that with a lot of things in life. You can sit here on this internet and label people. You probably label me, and I won't give a damn because I know I lived it, been there, done that, felt it, dealt it with it, and put up with it. So I know. And so when I say this, people come out of the woodworks, yo. You got family members that was around when you was a toddler. You ain't seen them since you was 3. Even if you can remember being 3. And they're asking you for money. If you was starving before you had money and you went to a relative's house and tried to ask for money, they're not going to help you. But when you got money, they're there to try to get something from you. Okay? Your best friend, he's sitting around thinking, oh, I'm going to get whatever I can out this guy because I'm his friend. He owes me anyway. And, I'm his friend. I can get anything I want. That's not how it works. This is why, I'll tell you something, the biggest fraud to the American people is the lottery. It's taxing the poor. You're going there and you're putting dollars in every week to win a lottery just to get these 4 or 5, sometimes 6 numbers, maybe more, depending on whatever lottery it is. I think Powerball is like 7 numbers, something like that. But you're going off and you're doing this. And at the same time, you ain't getting nothing out of it. They're getting your money and they're putting it more and more into this big ass pot of collection. And here's the funny part: you think you're going to get this money, it's going to pay off debts automatically because that's what they do. They get their taxes, they're cut off first. The state makes sure, and the government makes sure they get their money you owe first. Then you get your money. Here's the thing: you don't just get your money; you get your money with a thing where they pigeonhole you. It's like being a target. They'll go on the news and say, oh, and trust me, if you don't pay attention when you watch the news. Oh, we got to find out who the lottery winner is. Oh, the lottery winner was in this state. So it was in this state. It was in Washington. It was in New York. Da, 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 da. They'll tell you exactly what state because if they don't tell you the name, they're going to tell you where the person is. And if you know that person because everyone's socializing, gossiping, they're going after that person because all of a sudden Jimmy's got money. Jimmy's got too much money, man. Where'd he get it from? Oh, I already won the lottery. No, let's go over there. The fake people. And they smile in your face. Hey, how you doing? Can I get this? People will talk to you just to get what they want. They don't talk to you because they care. And if they do talk to you, with a little bit of niceness, it's because they're trying to figure you out, break you down, and try to take you down. So they feel gratification. This type of person is the lowest of all people. And if you cut them off, you know, Like I was trying to say before, it was this guy sweating me like hell. And I was like, what the hell is this? I was being nice, he realized I'm cool, laid back, funny, like to joke around. And dude sitting there like, hey, he was like, hey, I know where your friend is that. And the first thing that tripped me out when I talked to him, when I gave him my number one day, he started talking about where he want to move. Like he want to move in my apartment complex. And not in my apartment, but in my apartment complex. I'm like, why? Oh, you live there. That'd be a good start to have a friend over there. I'm trying to move the hell out of this apartment complex. What the hell make you think I care about? If you move over here, you on your own, buddy. And I'm just being real. I hate that motherfucking rat hole, you know. And that dude thinking like, oh, you got a problem with me. No, I got a problem with that place. But then the next thing was, oh, maybe we should be roommates. No, he can't pay me to be a roommate with anybody. No dude, especially. I don't. The thing about it is, and it's not a being a hater thing. It's understanding my manhood. We're ultimate rivals against each other. One man's knowledge might be another man's weakness. You know, and so you got to think about it like this: if you idolize another man in a way where your whole life's about worrying about him, there's something completely odd. There's something wrong. It's supervillain shit. you know, and I'm not digging it, you know, and I just don't want to live with another dude. And the thing about it is, and I understand there's this homosexual thing going on, and it's the new thing, along with transgenders. But it's like this, man. The only guy on this toilet earth I care about and idolize with a big torch and a giant throne is myself. Like I'm freaking the supreme being of this planet. Okay? And any guy that thinks on my level knows that we have to fight for ultimate supremacy. We have to try to conquer at all costs and succeed without any flaws. We can't have insurrections. We can't have people standing in the way trying to stop us from entering the kingdom. No, we must take it by force if have to, if need be. So another man being there is just a competition, a rival, another guy to try to stop you from obtaining what's yours. You can't let this person succeed at any cost. This person must either join you or fall to the wayside. Lean back and get out of the way. Now, if they can't be your ally, then they're your enemy. And that goes for all fake people, all haters, all of them. They fake and they need to fall and they need to get the hell out your way. How's that rap song go? Ooh, bitches, get out the way. That's what it gotta be like. Okay? And that's how I feel. Okay? So I can't dig it. I can respect you as a man. Like what you like. I like, especially if you got knowledge. I will talk to you. I will respect you because you got knowledge or you got skill. To me, that's a great man. You can accomplish something, then hell, you my buddy. Not because I can take something from you, but because I can learn something from you. And learning something from you makes more sense than trying to take something from you or make you look stupid so I can make look better than you. To me, that's some girly shit. Okay? And when it comes to females, all of you is beautiful. So you hating another female, you're wasting your time. Who's to say her beauty's more beautiful than you? Maybe it's a thing you could both got something beautiful that makes you equally special. Maybe her eyes are more beautiful than the next girl's. Maybe this one's breast is lovely. Maybe that one's got nice hair. Or the other one's got ability to jump high because she's tall or something, or reach high, whatever. Every woman is special. But the thing is, they fight over who's more beautiful, who gets more attention, and, who's, talking about, women go through the craziest shit. And dudes go through a lot too, but the thing is, nobody really says nothing. But when it comes to women, there has to be, I think if they're going to come together, they need to do it in the right way. and start over. And when I say start over, I mean truly analyze these groups and forms that they're creating and make one that truly works and make all women happy. And with that being said, it's a no-brainer. Coming together and unifying is the best way to come. And anybody that comes in and tries to destroy the unification should be pushed aside and not talked to, should be shunned in society. You know, this is the fake people stuff. They will destroy anything. It's like the devil coming in and destroying things. You can't allow that to happen. You can't let evil destroy your happiness. And this is what fake people do. This is what haters do. They want to destroy who you are, what you are, make you feel miserable, lonely, depressed. And believe it or not, that's what our government does. Like I was saying a minute ago about America being a corporation, how employees like to belittle other employees, act like they're above them all. Well, this would not happen. And, this would not happen if they wouldn't have got rid of brick and mortar places, mom and pop shops. When you get into a corporation like Amazon or something, they want you to act like your family. All these little restaurant businesses, all that, they want to act like we're family when you're working there. But yet it doesn't work because you're not. And there's somebody who's got a bug up their ass because you work faster and better than them. But yet they want to keep you stuck in a weird spot, push you down, act like you can't do anything better than them, or won't accept you to move up in any kind of way. So what happens with this scenario? You lash out. They want you to lash out. So they have a reason to fire you, and the other person has a reason to move up, And the thing about it is this: the family concept only works with real family in a business. But other than that, you can't do that in just some regular ass business. No one's gonna have your back. You're on your own. When it comes to any job or anything, the best way to move forward is to move forward and put things behind you. You gotta put the job behind you. Too much crap people go through. Too many things. But a lot of fake people at work will smile in your face and talk behind your back. And that's the biggest chaos there is. This is why a lot of jobs and a lot of things, you get these people come in and they shoot up the place or go in and rob the place. They might have been a former worker there, anything like that. And this is the fake people stuff leads people to go do things crazy. I believe this is why we got a lot of mass shootings going on and things of that nature, because they've been hurt by someone they thought was cool that was a hater, a betrayer, and a fake ass person. And these people need to get there. I believe there should be some kind of penalty law or something put against a person that's like this. And they should be judged accordingly, if not by God, by man themselves. Because this is what starts all the shebang. It starts the hatred, the racism, the sexism, all this shit. And there's too many isms, but you know what I'm talking about. I want to be happy in life. And I want everybody else to have some kind of joy in their life too. But should be a way to connect on common ground. But there's not, because duplicity is there. And as long as you guys are fighting for the lesser of two evils. But the one thing I do know, two wrongs don't make a right. So how can you vote for the lesser of two evils, being Democrat or Republican, when both of them are wrong? Two wrongs don't make a right. You're being brainwashed. But free yourself from that brainwashing. Free yourself from that fake person. Free yourself from that hater. And that person that concentrates on wickedness and tries to destroy your life because it makes them happy. Fight for what you believe in. Fight for something strong. Stand up for those that are weaker than you. And never give up on your dreams and your goals for success. You can achieve greatness, but you can do it without people standing in your way and telling you you're worthless. that person is the lowest thumb on earth. Get rid of them out your life. And with that being said, this has been Moral High Ground. Peace be with you all. Blessings upon you always. Until next time, farewell. Yes, peace out from planet Krypton.